EnglishTim here. Today I'm doing a review on the Ultimate Alliance Conquest. I've now gained access to the beta version of the game in Kingdom 830. So a huge shout out to We Are the Law, LAW Alliance in Kingdom 830 for letting me come and join you guys. It's absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for your support. Hopefully I'll be able to put out some interesting information based on the event for everyone who's not part of the beta. So here is the Ultimate Alliance Conquest, and we're in the registration phase at the moment. So here you can see the different criteria for registering. So you must have a top 10 alliance. You must also have had at least 20 active players in the past week, and your alliance level must be 10 or higher. Now your alliance power also has a limitation here at 50 million power, and you have to place all of your ore storehouses. So you can see that LAW, my new alliance in this kingdom, has placed all 6 of its towers so it can register. You can go check those out now. So there we go. It's currently not got any ore in it. The event is yet to start. And they've got another one down here. And there's one down here as well. So you can see they're numbered as well. That's really helpful for when you're fighting. You'll be able to say, okay guys, everyone head to Storehouse 3. There's an attack coming. So I do think that's actually a huge win. And then if we check out the eye. Alright, so you've got to be a top 10 alliance before registration starts. That's really important. If once they release the registration date for this event, you need to make sure that if you're going to try and target that top 10, that you make any changes to players to make sure you get that before it all kicks off. Everything else you can do at the later time. So all of these from down here you can do once the registration process has begun. It is lasting quite a few days. There's 12 hours left now. And then there's the preparation and matching stage, and then we have the combat stage, and then the settlement stage where they pay up. And the individual rewards. Now we'll see once the event begins how easy it is to achieve all these different levels. I do recall the last few were quite tough. They took a long time collecting ore to get there. If you were staying at home, if you were going away and attacking other people's towers, I believe you get a faster amount of ore, so it's easier when you go out. And some pretty good prizes. So we've got some Mordred fragments and some Frost Arcana. And some Ursine as well, so some good tomes and the like for the free 2 players. And then we've got crafting materials. And then the results. Now this does depend where you rank in the out of these 7 teams. You'll have access to some different quality chests. The poorest team will still be able to get 100 banners, 40 Philosopher's Stones, 1,000 gold, and for 25 of the players. So there's 30 prizes available. And the very top players in the Alliance could still get 5,000 gold and a Conquering Hero accolade. So helpful. And if you manage to win on the day, you will get all the same chests. You just get a much higher proportion of the better quality chests. So you'll be able to give out better prizes to more of your players. And you'll also get hold of the Grand Amethyst skin, which can last for 7 days for the victors, 5 days for the second place. Though this actually is a skin that only applies for the Alliance as a whole, so this isn't a city skin, this is an Alliance Fortress skin. So each storehouse placed in a zone, you cannot construct or place another one, so you can't put them all together. You cannot demolish an ore storehouse if you've registered, so you can only move them around up until registration. You would need to cancel your registration and then demolish them. And there is a cooldown period, so be careful that you don't miss registration. And once the registration period is end, you can no longer demolish your ore storehouses, but they will be destroyed at the end of the event. So be careful where you put them. It's interesting, you can't put them all together in one defendable area. So let's see if we can actually work out the realm that is occupied. Okay, there you go. You can see the flashing line here, so you can only put the towers this close together, so they are definitely going to be spread out. You can see again that these are now spread quite wide. So you could put the other tower here so the regions can overlap, however the towers cannot be inside of each other's regions, so they could be closer than shown in this video. Or your entire alliance, there are 6 of these towers, so the full area you can imagine is going to be sort of this sort of size if you did it as a rectangle. So that's very different. You used to be able to put them all together. That's a major change to the way that all storehouses are being placed. So you can put them together, but there's no way you'd be able to block off all the spaces unless you put a massive effort in camping farm accounts or putting farm camps out. So they will match alliances. It seems like it's based principally on power. And you'll be matched against a variety of different kingdoms, so not just one alliance, but multiple alliances. So you've got to make sure that all members do join the alliance prior to the end of registration, and it'll be interesting to see. I joined this alliance during registration, so we'll see if I still can take part. I hope so. So the more ore you've got, the greater the attacker has a benefit, so some kind of buff will apply, and when you have less, so that means alliances that are doing very well in the event will find it much harder to protect their ore. It'll be much more easy for other players to get those attacking benefits. If you're doing very poorly in the event, they will give you a bit of a boost, so it is a way of trying to basically apply a handicap, so that's probably a good thing. And you can go and take the Clarent ore from other people's storehouses. You've got to be there for a period of time, so you don't just hit it once and leave. You've got to hit it and stay there, and whilst you're there you'll be consistently taking ore away, and it goes into your own alliance storehouses. So it doesn't go nowhere, it does get pumped back home effectively, which will make you being attacked more likely, as you'll have more ore and you'll be easier to attack. There is no ore from attacking Alliance members' cities, and from previous events there were no points for killing other troops, so all the points are for occupying the ore towers, the ore storehouses. So all deaths are not permanent. You can see they're all treated as injured, and they'll be taken to the Kingdom Hospital, and you'll get them back for free after the combat stage ends. Presumably you'll be able to heal them in other ways during the event. Okay, you won't be able to gather resources or occupy tiles in other kingdoms. You cannot attack lords in other kingdoms who aren't part of the Alliance Conquest. Now that doesn't strictly say the matched alliance in your Alliance Conquest, so can you attack people from another alliance who is also taking part in the event but just not against you? That's interesting. If you're going to use farms from another alliance to camp your spaces so people can't get in, if your farm alliance is actually part of the Alliance Conquest, will those camps be attackable? Could they then totally remove your farms as a way of protecting your storehouses? Oh, and you can use gold to track an opposing alliance and see the location of all of its members. So if somebody wants to come after the entire alliance, that's an interesting one. They'll be able to see where everybody is and start taking them down. Okay, so the more troop power you have when defending or plundering ore, the more points you're going to get. Okay, and a little get out of jail free card here that they will cut the event short if everything's going wrong, and that will be the end of it. So they will just base the results on the situation at the moment they cut. Okay, cool. So that is the registration stage of the Ultimate Alliance Conquest. I will get back to you guys with the preparation and matching stages and see if there's anything you need to do there, and also the combat and settlement stages. So I am EnglishTim. If you're enjoying my content, do remember to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell to receive updates about my future videos. Click the like button down below, and if you've got any questions or comments, you can chat them in the comments below this video. Otherwise, you can catch me on Discord as well. I'm EnglishTim #2230. So yeah, I look forward to you joining me on my next video.
King of Avalon. Play now.